shadows where the lines are blurred. We're standing on the truth of God's holy word. The battle is raging, the energy is high, in the fight between the light and the father of lies. From the armor of God to the sword in our hand, the Proverbs guys are taking a stand. Through every season, through the fire and every test, our faithfulness remains. We're giving him our best. Stephen the founder is all about truth, cutting through tradition since the days of his youth. He points to the scripture, the word of the king. It is written, he cries, let the gospel ring. With Achilleas watching the stars in the night, astronomy and end times brought into the light. The mics are hot, the air is clear. President Dan is finally here with designer talk, showing how God made it all. He's uniquely created every creature, great and the small. We're the Proverbs team, and we're holding the line. Defenders of the faith and intelligent design. Started in Genesis, we take it all in a row. The foundation of truth is deep and umbilical. Standing united on Christ crucified. The gospel message for which he died. From the first of the pages to the end of the stage, the gospel message for every age. It's spiritual warfare, we're breaking the chains. The kingdom is coming, the Savior remains.
I don't write to express my feelings, I write to escape them, to pull the weight from my chest before it can break me within, to get the sometimes lethal poison out, line by line, before it seeps too deep and starts to claim what's mine. Because if I let the thoughts linger, they darken the light I'm trying to shine. And who wants to be around someone lost inside their own mind? So I pour every shadow onto paper and let it all bleed, turning chaos to quiet, giving my restless thoughts room to breathe. Each word is a step out of places I don't want to stay, a fight for the dawn when my mind drifts too far into gray. It's not just ink, it's survival, it's learning to heal, a way to face storms without letting them steal what is real. So I'll keep writing, releasing what I can't outrun until the darkness loosens and the light is won. And maybe it's more than coping, more than a way to survive. Maybe it's a gift from my creator that keeps me alive. He knew my mind would run like rivers that overflow, so he gave me a place where the rushing thoughts can go. A father who understands the noise I can't always tame, who didn't leave me drowning in it or ashamed of my name. Instead he gave me pages where my spirit can unwind, a holy kind of mercy for an overactive mind. So I don't just write in weakness, I write in grace, finding his hand in the chaos, his peace in his space. And I'll call him a good father as I lay it all down, because even in my breaking, he's never let me drown. Because even in my breaking, he's never let me drown. Cause even in my breaking, he's never let me drown.
All right, all right. I sure hope you guys enjoyed that fresh track from the 21st Century Psalmist. You guys have got to go follow her channel for more awesome music like that. Go to the 21st Century Psalmist YouTube channel, follow my wife Krista. Her music hits, don't it? It does, yeah. All right, welcome to Proverbs Guys Ministries. I am one of your hosts, Stephen Andrew, hoping to be accompanied at some point by Brother Achilleas, because otherwise this whole thing is going to be a dud. Thank you, everybody who participated in the Ron Wyatt documentary, everybody who helped. And thank you, everyone who went and watched it and gave it a like. That really helps a lot. If you haven't gone and seen it yet, I highly encourage you to do so. It's absolutely free. It cost you nothing. And the Wyatt family was all pleased with it. So I'm happy about that. So you guys go show some support and go watch the documentary if you haven't already. We have two things for you guys totally free to you. This is a chart that we created, produced here at Proverbs Guys, and this is about the crucifixion and the blood on the Ark of the Covenant from Ron Wyatt's research. If you email us at proverbsguysministries@gmail.com and ask for this chart here, we will send you a digital copy for absolutely free. No donation, nothing necessary. Just ask for it and we'll share it with you. We also have this Ron Wyatt Life and Discovery timeline. So if you happen to be a Ron Wyatt nerd like I am, and you love things about Ron Wyatt, his discoveries, his research, you can email us at proverbsguysministries@gmail.com and request the Ron Wyatt Life and Discovery timeline, and we will also send you a digital copy of this timeline absolutely for free. We just want to help share the information. So, housekeeping. I don't think there is any housekeeping. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, one item of housekeeping. We have in the works our next project. It is Mount Sinai, the mountain of God on trial. This is going to be our next project, and we're going to be hitting the ground running here in the next couple of weeks. That's the goal, and hopefully it'll be completed within a month after starting. Our next documentary, Mount Sinai, the mountain of God on trial. So within the next week or two, we will start posting for support and getting people involved. So if you want your name on the credits or you want to be involved in the production and have the rights to even air it on your channels, let us know and we'll find a way to get you involved. So we hope everybody had a good Sunday. I really hope that you guys had fun. You went to church, spent time with the family. We have a special guest.
Hey, we're waiting for you to go live.
I'm so glad we have that back. We have our applause back, Achilles.
We have what back?
Our applause. Like we can applause people now.
Yep. Where is our... we need to find the presidential theme so Dan can join us again, because I think he hasn't been joining us since we lost it.
Oh, you know what? That would actually make sense. Like, he's been claiming to be really busy, but it makes a lot more sense that he's just not coming around because we lost the presidential anthem.
Yep. He's like, I'm not going there. They're not paying respect.
Do you really think that's what it is? Because that makes me feel terrible, like we're going to get the axe.
We can try finding it so we can summon him. We can start playing it. He can't resist that sound.
Let's see. I don't even have it anymore. Or I would add it, but I don't even have it in my playlist.
It's not hard to find, is it?
No, probably not. We're sorry, Dan. We're going to fix that right away. Happy fake Sabbath. Okay. Odin, weird flex. Happy Sunday. I don't know why people have to make that into a war, Achilles.
Yeah, people have to make everything into a war.
By the way, do you like our new logo?
It got a little neon glow on it.
I went back to our retro one because Krista preferred it. and happy wife, happy life. And
Man,
you also preferred it Achilles.
I
So I
know.
just went back and added some touch-ups to it, but we went back to our old logo.
We can make it. We live in the RGB world, so we gotta make it RGB now.
Um, everybody pray for Jamie. It looks like Terry said Jamie had to go back to the ER. Please pray for him. Wow. Yeah, we absolutely will, Terry.
Yeah. What is going on with that?
Um, so I don't know how much they want to disclose, but he went in the hospital the other day with heart chest pains and problems breathing, and it seems like he's gone back into the hospital for that again.
I hope he's fine. We got lots to debate, Jamie. Like, come on, man.
Well, I asked if he is okay, and she said no. So, um, okay. Everybody be in prayer for that. Um, yeah, I'll pray right now. Dear Heavenly Father, we come together and ask you that you would keep your hand on Brother Jamie, that you would just be with him in this time, and that you would allow him to be an example of supernatural healing and to show that you're still a God of miracles and a God of wonders, and you're still heavily vested and involved with your children's lives. We just ask for a great miracle in his life today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
So, Achilles, if I had to ask you, do you understand the concept of an iceberg? Like for
Yeah.
YouTube purposes?
For YouTube purposes, I'm not sure I get that. No.
Like what you see above the ice of a
Oh,
channel versus
okay.
what you know is below the ice that you never see about the channel kind of
Yeah.
concept. If I had to ask you what Proverbs Guy's biggest iceberg is, what would you say it was?
Biggest. I don't know. I checked the thumbnail and I saw some ideas there. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think there's been there's been so much work. Like when we first appeared, a lot of atheists and even pretentious Christians. And what I mean by pretentious Christians, I don't mean uh, you know, not being perfect in your Christian life. No, I mean people that were actually not Christian and were pretending to be Christian. That started attacking us and going on other channels and saying things about us and always talking bad and saying that channel is tanking and like, yeah, don't pay attention. But they didn't realize they were advertising. So we kept growing together with what we kept doing in the meantime. So I think this channel has been forged through spiritual warfare. And there are people that find it today. And, you know, we might say something. I've actually had this talk recently with somebody, which I haven't talked to you about. May and may this be a public statement that Stephen doesn't even know about that discussion that I've had recently.
You
Um,
have conversations I don't know about?
Because we haven't spoken for the past 3 days, and you've been busy with the documentary and the stuff that I haven't been here for. And yeah, anyway, so people come in or come around and they see something and they don't understand how that something has come about. Like some person might come in and we might like laugh with them and then attack them in a weird manner because it goes back like a couple of years of knowing who they are, how they've turned. Um, I'll give you a quick example. The way we treat Robin for newcomers. Robin is an atheist, but she's our favorite atheist. Now, it's very hard to show why, because people can't go back and see how a person has changed. And when people change, behavior changes, their behavior, our response to their behavior. And I think that's the biggest part of the iceberg that people don't see, is all the relationships that have shaped it, and channels that used to exist but now don't exist anymore because they messed with the wrong Christians. Like I remember my favorite line was, um, "We're the Christians that Satan warned you about." And atheists didn't seem to get that warning from their boss. And there have been debates, there have been bans, and you end up with this tip of the iceberg, and people don't see all that stuff. They don't know all that stuff. So that's my take, my first.
I mean, that is actually a terrific example of a Proverbs guy iceberg. Okay, so let's jump into some of the options we have on the screen. All right, the one that immediately my eyes go to is weirdest guest. Maybe that's because I'm the weirdest host, but from the weirdest guest I think we've ever had, and then I'll let you share yours. Okay, weirdest guest by far. No offense if you're out there listening, Wesley.
Um,
Wesley in the Vision.
I would not disagree there.
Right, that's a pretty solid pick, right?
People don't even know,
No one knows.
right?
And because of how classy we are, no one will ever know.
That too, that too. But if he comes around, and he comes on panel, and he starts saying, you guys haven't followed the vision, we'll just kick him out. And people will be like, why did they kick that guy out? He did nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that is a real thing that we have to think about, because we used to not care about that kind of thing. Like if you had to go, God bless your heart, you just had to go.
I still don't.
Wow, we've got better. We're still not perfect.
I'm getting better in not caring.
Do you really think so?
Well, I think that this is a free world, well, supposedly, but we are here to do a specific mission, and if people use this to fly their own mission, might allow it once or twice, and if it's like too crazy to begin with, at some point, I think I'm fine with giving them the boot, because the internet is out there, YouTube's there, they can start their own channel and do what they want. Now, don't take this about that specific individual. That specific individual has a mental issue. He's on medication, so yeah, we should not be even making fun of it.
True. Very true.
Hey, Robin, I was just mentioning you.
Robin, our dear favorite atheist. All right, so you and I are both going to agree that the weirdest guest was Wesley.
Yeah, I think I agree there. And I just checked the poll, and I love Robin's response, because you don't have an option saying, I have no favorites, or I like them all equally. I don't want to see the result of that poll at all.
I don't know. I really think, well, okay. I think Krista and I do wonderful shows together. I love doing shows with Krista. But I think because people have seen you and I do more together, we're going to give a good run for the money. However, I do have to say that I think Dan and Rich are going to give us a run for the money. And Dale and Keisha are doing some hot shows too.
I love them. I love their shows.
We have some
I
good
I
content
voted
coming out.
I voted for you and Krista, so you know.
Oh,
I'm
that's so
gonna-
sweet. How many votes is there now? Like 2? Because Robin refuses to vote.
I don't know. It got away. Wait.
Robin,
4.
we're not talking about you. We were just talking about some of the topics on screen you can see. We mentioned the weirdest guest. And we both agree that our weirdest guest we've ever had together was Mr. Wesley, who was obsessed with telling the vision. Ask Gigi about Wesley.
No, I mentioned you though, Robin. You can go back like I don't know 10 minutes ago and put it on like double speed because somebody recently told me that we treat atheists too kind, and the way we treat like Robin, we shouldn't be doing that. And I was there explaining that you have no idea of the past of what um, relationships have been forged. I'm going to use that word again, not shaped, but forged through debates, fights. You begin to see the character behind people, and that's very hard for no, the character behind people debating. The character behind opinions, views. And it's very hard for somebody who is new on this channel to understand how these relationships have been shaped.
FYI, we have not always had smooth sailing with atheists.
No, with Robin either.
Have we ever had bad times with Robin? I don't remember any.
Bad times? No, I don't think we had bad times. But, she was on the other side, so supporting a godless creation, an evolutionary process, and she still is. But she has shown some character, which, I don't go around here in my life only being friends with Christians. 90% of the people I know are not Christians. Others I like, others I don't. It's not about what they believe in, it's about their character.
Yeah, and if the only engagement an atheist ever has with us is us being nasty and degrading and trying to win a debate, what about that is going to make them want my Jesus?
Yeah, the balance needs to be kept.
I don't remember starting out like that, but I guess Robin, I am so sorry if I ever called you something mean or ugly, which I'm sure I did. I am sorry. My mouth.
No, I don't think you ever called Robin anything.
I hope not. That would be
Some of her
embarrassing.
friends you have, like
Well,
Kentucky, like even Kentucky atheists.
Have I called him names?
Oh, definitely. So have I. But getting to know him better, I mean, I don't see him changing easily without God's intervention. But he's very respectful. He can be very kind, and you can hold a grudge for people's views, and even if they are good in supporting their views and believe in them strongly, but when it comes to their character,
Oh, Robin is saying that I was nasty to her over missing Maud. Wow. I'm very sorry about that. Awkward. Well, it is awkward, but also it's a testimony of not only how far Proverbsguys has come and got more deliberate with how we evangelize, but it's also a testimony to how far I personally have come. that I could go from being at odds with all these atheists and just wanting to debate them 24/7 to enjoying conversations I have with them.
I do think Krista came to the rescue when it comes to your personal.
Oh, she came at my worst.
Yeah, I can't find the word. So yeah. And I don't know, maybe I'm a bad influence, but I think that since when we got together, we got a little too bloodthirsty, maybe.
Yeah. Yep. Good way of putting that.
But you know, there is an element in that that I like, and I know you do too. I don't wanna drag you back into relapse, all right? But I don't want you relapsing.
Well, I do want to start doing weekly. I want to start doing weekly Alliance Den again, which would be where we try to get all the hosts together and then try to antagonize some atheists to come on. Maybe I can bribe Robin to be our first sacrifice. And I wanted to start the Lions Dens back up, but still be better than we once were, if you know what I mean. Not bloodthirsty.
Yep. Yeah, but the element that I do like about the past behavior that we had is putting things down on an argument, on a discussion, and when the other person just keeps doing fallacies or pushing the goalpost and also attacking at the same time, throwing insults, I like kicking them out. Like, I imagine a world where debates had this timer where every time you use the fallacy, the other person gets another 5 minutes. And if your time runs out, you get kicked out. And sorry, it's nothing personal. It's not a bad character. You just are full of fallacies.
Oh, like a fallacy counter.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing about that is, you know, I have occasionally been known to implement a fallacy here or there. Does that apply to us?
Well, yeah, that's
Okay.
the only way to be fair.
Well, then I don't know if that's going to work, or I myself am going to get damned.
You got Dan.
you got damned from Proverbs, guys. All right, so let's go on to our next segment. I'm going to let you pick from this list. I did the weirdest guest, and now I'll let you go.
I already done the behind the scenes drama, I guess.
Well, we've done some behind the scenes drama. We had a lot more. But do we want to disclose that? I don't know.
You mean totally behind the scenes, like backstage, like
Oh,
off.
no.
Yeah, we don't
Heavens,
address
no.
those.
Achilles, no. What's
Okay,
gotten into you?
I'll take the stream crashes. I think I'm the only member that ever went through Proverbs team that hasn't ended the stream when they left. Like, okay, guys, I'm out. And instead of clicking the exit, clicking on the end stream button.
Krista actually holds the record to this day for the shortest Proverbs Guy stream. I think it was how long, honey? 1.5 seconds? 2 seconds. It was 2 seconds long because we were using, I think we had just started using EV Mux, and it had a little bit of a delay when it told you it was live. So she had hit it and it was loading and went live, and she had panicked and hit it again thinking that she didn't hit it and ended her stream. And then she was so sad and upset and had to calm her down. I'm like, it's okay. But for my example that I want to use for this, the stream crashes, is Jason. Jason has ended more live streams than any one host by accident. And as a result of it, he even stopped trying to come by the live streams with us because he felt bad that he ended it every time he joined. What about you, Achilles?
What about me?
Do you have any more?
Oh, I thought if I've ever done that. I think I haven't. If my memory doesn't fail me, I think I haven't ended the stream by accident. Yeah, no, I don't think I have. So, okay. You're a false teacher. Oh, wow.
That's a good one. But now,
But
do we want to address how many times we've been accused of being a false teacher, or like our favorite person we've been accused by?
I'll let you take the second one, and I'll just say, I think it's a sign of the times that every time somebody doesn't agree with you, calls you a false teacher. And how many times have we said that we're not a church, we're just a bunch of newborns who had our hands on technology and wanted to use it. So not only do we make mistakes, we learn as we go, but we also accept the rebuke. If we are wrong on something, get in here, tell us why we're wrong, and we will either say, you're wrong in thinking we're wrong, or we will admit that, yeah, we shouldn't have done that, we shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, either you come and tell us what we did wrong, or preferably you email President Dan and you let him know what we did wrong. Thank you.
Yep. But also, I think as we get new subscribers, um, they see what happens right now, and they use this as, oh, I guess this has always been happening. Like we got accused recently by somebody in the chat. We were right here together. It was a couple of days ago. That we never mentioned the Proverbs. And I'm like, are you kidding me? There's been no show in the past, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago. There's no show behind that that didn't start with the proverb of the day. But a new subscriber doesn't know that. And if you go into Luke, let's say we decide to do a Luke study, people are going to come in the chat and say, oh, you're Lukeists. You never address Mark, you know? So I think that's just
Or if we're reading from the epistles of Paul, they tell us that Paul's a false apostle. Or if we're reading from the New Testament, they tell us that Jesus is an idol and we're spreading idolatry. Like, you're going to get weird claims and be called a false teacher.
Yep. And what I say to people that think that about us is that the unsubscribe button is right there. They don't have to listen to us, but we won't stop because you think we're false teachers. So we never preach works. We never preach. Well, everything that comes to my mind is part of works, like baptism is what saves you, or if you don't go to church, you're not saved, or if you don't take the Eucharist, you're not getting salvation. We never preach that. We keep preaching salvation by grace, and we keep debating on anybody that doesn't with them. We're debating them. So anything else is is a matter of opinion. I think a false preacher is anybody out there, and there are so many who are accusing us of being false preachers, and at the same time they're saying that, yeah, but to get saved you need to be doing this or you need to be doing that. Isn't that funny? Ironic?
Well, and for those who are newer to the channel and you come by and you think, well, you guys have a panel full of atheists, okay? go back and check our playlist where we've argued with them for hours upon hours about evolution and creationism. You know, you think, oh, well, you're a Christian channel, you're Protestants, you're Baptist, but you've got Catholics and Orthodox panelists. Well, go back and search our channel for all of our Catholic episodes. I don't recommend that for our Catholic viewers, but for those Protestants with that complaint, you know, Achilles and I have been very open about the idolatry we see in the Catholic and Orthodox churches. Same goes for Mormons. We've been on that kick lately. You know, if you don't think we address Calvinism enough, that's because we literally spend about 4 months, 5 nights a week, every week, going over Calvinism again and again and again. We've done our share. So now we're moving on to other topics.
Check this out. Yesterday, I had to go out. It was somewhat of an errand I had to do. Videotape something. And it was on a, I wouldn't call it a, yeah, it was a bar. So I was the video guy. I was going all over the place and taking shots. So I told the friend that I had there to order some food. And he did. He ordered like, I don't know what the plate is called. Something that has like a lot of stuff in it. Like you can
Probably a Greek dish, I think, right?
No, you know, it has all kinds of meat. It has like some cheese, like a plate that
Now
you
it's
can.
sounding American.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't like a specific plate, like let's say a steak or something like that. Something that has a lot of things on it. So, at some point, I sit down there, and there is this homosexual couple that sits down with me, and they're eating there, and I'm eating from the same plate too, and I'm like, oh, I want to say something. Something was like itching inside. I just wanted to, I don't know, ruin something. So what I did is I I took a piece of the chicken that was on the plate, and I cut it and I put it on my fork. I'm like, have you guys heard that dinosaurs evolved into birds? And this guy is like, yeah, yeah, I know, yeah, they did. I'm like, so much for evolved, right? So I eat it. they, they look at me funny and they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean? I don't mean, I just ate T-Rex. Is that evolution? Imagine me going back like when he was, before he evolved to being a chicken, he would just eat me in like one bite. He would swallow me alive. But now, ha! So, you know, I just got up and kept doing what I was. Just put the thought in their heads.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Mr. Achilles. Let's see. We've done weirdest guest, we've done stream crashes, we've done behind the scenes drama, and we did You're a False Teacher. I don't think we have any error OBS stopped working situations. We do have inside jokes. We have some technical disasters, which didn't we do that one? Or is that part of stream crashes?
I guess so.
Okay, so inside jokes, the cursed stream, and community memes.
No, another one that I wanna, I'll pick number 4, which is a new one. The new one is that you and I get obsessed sometimes with video editing, and when we do, we don't sleep, we barely eat, because we feel it's so important to get that video out as soon as possible. And we do, and it doesn't get much attention because people focus on the live streams more. And we have so many good short videos with visuals, music and lyrics that relate to them, a message that like gets in you. And we have them in that playlist called our promotional videos. And it just, you spend all that time making them and they don't get much attention. So that's something that should be added here. Failed video edits, or
Heartbreak uploads is what we could call it.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, man, how many different times have we worked on different projects and really poured everything into it and uploaded it and it got 16 views, 17 views.
Right.
And we thought it was the best thing in the world we just produced. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's heart aching. Achilles, what about inside jokes? I know that we have to have a ton of these inside jokes, don't we?
Yeah, but because they are inside jokes, even if we start talking about them, people won't understand.
You know
Right?
what they say? Fool me once, strike one. But fool me twice, strike three.
Could
We
have
have
said
to
it.
we have to include Danisms because Dan does speak Danese, and I have learned to interpret Danese, but he does speak Danese. So that's one of our inside jokes, I guess. I don't think we have any inside jokes about each other that we would share.
Do we? I don't know. I think what we gotta do now is play something, maybe one of those videos that I mentioned, because I need to feed the dogs.
How long do you need?
I need a 5, I guess. So
I
Five.
have a video that I can play that will take 8 minutes. Will that buy you sufficient time?
yep.
All right. I'm going to put that on for these fine people. You guys are really lucky today because you get to meet the ProverbsGuys hosts. Actually, do I have the 8-minute one on here? Oh, I don't.
Oh no.
Oh, no. It's okay, Achilles. I got this. I'm going to make this work.
Please don't sing.
I'm not going to sing.
Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. What would you think are the two most common words that Christians use when they're in a panic or in a crisis? Do something. Do something, Lord. It's absolutely against human nature to stand still and do nothing when there's a crisis and there's trouble and difficulty on all hands. And probably the most difficult thing for even Christians is to stand still and wait for God to act. To stand still to see the salvation of the Lord. Even the most devoted of Christians panic when God doesn't move according to their time schedule. We're always giving God dates. We're always giving him a time limit. Lord, if you don't do it by now or by tomorrow or by next week, it's too late. God is never too late, and he's going to do it not on your schedule, not on mine. He's going to do it on his own schedule. But God is always and has always been searching the earth for those who will trust Him in their crisis, in every trial, and especially when it seems hopeless. And He will lead us, listen closely, He will lead us into situations that are alarming, that are critical, that seem hopeless, to test us. The devil has nothing to do with it at all. It's God leading into the crisis. The Bible states fairly clearly, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, Psalms 37:23. And that in Hebrew is prearranged, step by step, fixed, ordained by God. I'm going to tell you something. I believe that every step that I take is prearranged by my Father. Every step that I take is ordered by the Lord. Now, if I believe that, if I'm in a crisis, if I'm in a very, very difficult situation, He's led me there. Because He doesn't stop for a moment while He says, well, you're about to go into a trial. I direct you up to this point. You're on your own now. He directs me into it, through it, and out of it. The steps of a good man, and we are good only by the blood of Jesus anyhow. There's no goodness in us. A good man made righteous through the blood of Jesus Christ is her steps ordered by the Lord. God's word is filled with examples of this. And by the way, it's hard to accept. Think about it for a minute. It's very, very hard to accept this concept that the most difficult, critical times in your life have been prearranged by the Lord. That they are His doing. And folks, when you begin to see that and accept it and understand it, then you're halfway through your problem.
All right. We are back from that commercial interruption. Now, Brother Achilleas is still not back with us. He is feeding the dogs. But we've got Brother Rich in the house.
How y'all doing, man?
Pretty good, man. How's your day been?
Oh, I am worn out and tired. I just got back from a really long hike along a river. It was beautiful. Had an amazing Mother's Day service. A lot of new mothers showed up to our small church. It's been a great day. How are you, man?
I can't complain. I am blessed. The Lord woke me and my wife up again, and yeah, my son is healthy and my dog is happy. You can't ask for much more than that.
Praise God, man. Praise God. What did I miss?
So we have been going over this pretty cool little list right here. And it's just kind of things about Proverbs guys from the past. The name of the episode is the Proverbs Guys Icebergs Explained. So we talked about times where streams have crashed and people have ended streams on accident. We have talked about some of our lions' dens. We've talked about our weirdest guests. We talked about times people have called us false teachers. We were just going over inside jokes. Do you have any from your short but extended stay here with us? Inside jokes you'd like to share? Any behind-the-scenes drama?
Not really, but I'm sure I could come up with some in the near future here. I'll try to ponder on it. I don't know. I guess, there's always little things between organizations, little nitpicking things, little disagreements, and especially in my personal life, when I find something that irritates me, Satan tends to pick that one and just drive it into my head and make me try to hate somebody. I've had that with a couple people. You're not one of them, Stephen, but I know it was an attack from the enemy. I know it could be toxic to bring that stuff up, so I try not to do that. But yeah, I mean, that would be a tip of the iceberg type of thing, when Satan kind of chooses these little things just to find anything he can to get in the middle of a ministry or the body of Christ and get us divided. And he does that a lot with doctrine and stuff. So
that's true, man, because like a lot of people see how we handle things on stage. And if things aren't cooling down, we tend to cut the stream and we deal with it backstage. And that's kind of the iceberg thing that you mentioned. But I don't think people realize how heated and contested our private chat, our messenger chat group can get at times.
Oh man, it gets those are always fun when you get in those deep conversations. I mean, I've seen some. Well, I guess maybe I could name names, like when I've seen Joseph get into it with a couple Mormons a couple times, which is just hilarious, dude. I mean, hilarious and sad. We try to be the most loving Christian we can be, but at times it's just like, come at me, bro. Well, let's put the gloves on and set up a Christian boxing rink or something. That might be a good live episode. Just have all the guys at ProverbsGuys just kind of do a couple rounds with each other.
Well, we still try to do these episodes, but we try to keep them lighthearted when we know that different hosts are going to disagree. And it's because we have to have the practice of articulating our position and then hearing out our opponent, even if it's coming out, mockingly, or like we have to be able to stand our ground. That's why, like last night on Robin's birthday stream, dude, I was like so impressed with how you were taking on, 4-on-1 and being respectful and not quitting, and so I just was able to sit back and watch you do it, and it was impressive, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That was a unique thing. Since Robin's, in the chat, I'd like to apologize for stirring up a lot of trouble on your birthday yesterday. I hope all went well.
Did you really? Was this after I left?
No, I left, maybe a minute after, but I guess that's what I meant was that whole thing. I mean, everybody was calm. No one was shouting at each other until, I brought up that evolution was a religion. They didn't like that too much.
Yeah, Robin says it's like herding cats. I bet it is, Robin. I bet it is. Try herding Christians. It's worse than cats. It's like herding gerbils.
Well, I mean, it's got to be like herding chickens. You just throw a few gospel tracts out there in the middle of the floor. They'll run after it, pick them up, give them to somebody else.
Yeah, so that's a lot of our behind the scenes drama type of stuff. Oh, we have Sister Terry in the house. And Terry, can you give us an update on Jamie and how he's doing?
I don't have any updates.
Was it his chest again, the same issue last time?
Yeah.
How long has he been in the ER now?
A couple hours.
Has he not been updating you or anything?
I mean, he has, but from what I know, he's just resting right now. His heart rate went down. He had high blood pressure, and his heart rate was really fast. It was thumping, pounding, however you want to say, when he left here. But I haven't heard any updates about what he's...
Should we wait for Achilles to get back, or do you want to pray now?
I mean, we prayed for him earlier, but you're welcome. Go ahead and pray for him again if it's on your heart.
Lord, we lift up Brother Jamie, whatever's going on. You know what's going on, Lord. Just clear it up, bring it back to normal, bring him back home to his wife. God, don't take him yet. He's got work to do. Give him your grace, Lord. Hold him in your hands. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen to that. Yeah. Well, make sure you guys keep us posted, Terry.
I will. I'll let you know when I hear back from him.
Does he drink a lot of energy drinks?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll do it, man. I've had myself in a similar situation. And coffee on top of that, no doubt.
Yeah, he had a white mocha today. I don't think he had any energy drinks today, though. He doesn't drink them every day, but it could be in any number of things. I think he's still, his body went through a lot with the gallbladder removal surgery. He hasn't really been the same since. And he pushes himself so hard,
Yeah.
He's somebody that's kind of hard to not, I don't know. He pushes himself, and it can be hard to get him to rest. I don't want to say that he does rest a bit, but he also pushes himself maybe too hard. So
about 10 years ago, I was working for Pepsi, just, filling up coolers at gas stations, unloading the truck. Every shift was about, 11 or 12 hours. And one particular shift, I I got about 6 hours of sleep. Wasn't a full night's rest, but I was tired most of the day. And if we had a broken case, we get free energy drinks. So I was sitting there, drinking energy drinks to keep me through the day. And towards the end of the shift, I remember walking into a cooler in the back of a gas station. And this is probably after like 4 or 5 energy drinks throughout the day. And I remember it's like my heart skipped a couple beats or something, but I blacked out and caught myself just before I hit the floor. And ever since then, I quit drinking energy drinks. But I know there have been cases where people have actually been killed from the effects of them. But I don't know. I just pray for him, man. I mean, that's. I know he was in the hospital a week ago. Did he go in again?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee.
And they kept him overnight last time, so I don't know. They put him in a room, so I think he might be going back to the ICU. I don't know for sure.
I want to put a number in the private chat. I don't know if you know who Patrick Urish is, but
No.
he's an amazing nutritionist. He's basically
Actually, Jamie has debated Patrick Urish.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, he
Yeah.
knows him.
Does he have his phone number? I think, just from a nutritional point of view, I mean, the guy knows just about everything there is on any situation. He might be able to get him to a healthier diet that might actually help him.
This is so weird. Charles Sexton, a longtime viewer, he put in the comments section, he said a 14-year-old in town dropped dead from a heart attack after playing basketball. Like, something crazy's going on. And even Krista and I this whole month, like at the beginning, we had the worst chest pains and heartaches that we've ever had. We just didn't go to the hospital because, she has insurance, but I don't.
I mean, are we allowed to talk about things that could get us banned on YouTube?
Well, the thing is that kind of stuff, like the jabs that you're referring to, Jamie feels the same way we do.
Okay.
So I don't think it's related to that. I think he was resistant of that whole thing also. But they do have that new thing spreading, apparently. I don't know if that's a banned word yet, but have you guys seen anything about that on the news?
No, I don't watch the
Yeah,
population.
I've heard things here and there. You know what? I popped in because you all were talking about inside jokes, and I was surprised you didn't mention ours.
Go ahead, tell it.
When I come in, I'm always like, hello, liberals.
Well, you know what? That actually might be our longest running joke now, is the
Really?
hello liberals.
Yeah.
Hey, but you can answer a couple of these questions, pertaining to your channel. Number one, who do you think was your all-time weirdest guest? And Rich, you can answer this too if it applies to you. But Terry, weirdest guest.
Probably Hormaxer.
Okay, dare I ask?
He just came in randomly one night. I had an open panel, I had lots of people on. I think I was with Latin AI and Callie, and we were just kind of chilling. And he started hitting on me. Jamie's sleeping in the background. I'm like, I'm married, and he's like, what does that matter? And he just and then he had these people, I guess, hate people who follow him, who are in the chat. I don't know. He was crazy though. He was possessed with some devils. I'm sure I've had weirder guests, but he's probably the most recent weird guest because that happened in the past year. And
Have you ever met Wesley? Television Wesley?
I don't think so.
Oh man, you guys are missing out. Rich, do you want to share a weird guest experience you've had since you've been with Proverbs Guys, or even when you were at Making Hell Nervous?
Only a couple come to mind. First off, Terry, I threw Patrick Urish's phone number in the private chat if you want to grab it. Well, there was, besides Bruce,
Bruce.
I forget the guy's name, but one guy who irritated the crud out of me last week, it was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, not too many. I don't really look at a lot of people like weird or strange. Everybody just has their own personality. I think most of the weird guys, we have here on the chat consistently. I mean, and others, so
Uh,
I just
and that includes hosts. Like some of our hosts are very. I know I'm weird. If you ask my wife, she'll tell you guys just how weird I am.
well, consider it a compliment, but I just thought of something. What was it? It was yesterday, as a matter of fact. It wasn't from Proverbs, guys. It's from my Theories of Creation ministry. I was just doing a Proverbs reading, and right towards the end, some guy jumped on the panel, and usually I offer people prayer. He jumped on and just started going after me like I was wrong about post-trib, pre-trib rapture. He was. I've never heard anybody talk about like Jesus already came back 2,000 years ago, and he just wouldn't stop.
Oh, a preterist.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a full preterist.
it was quite awkward and weird. The guy just like I almost felt like I was debating an atheist. He wouldn't let me get two words in edgewise, but I didn't, wasn't studied up on the subject enough and what he was talking about, so I couldn't really debate him. But thankfully, his cell phone got disconnected, and then I just ended the stream. But that was kind of a weird circumstance.
Achilles and I both went with Wesley, but
I don't think Rich ever met Wesley yet.
I know, and I can't find any of our old videos where Wesley is on there, which is crazy because he was on a bunch of them.
He has he has gotten worse, and when he appears, he just gets in the chat and just starts using caps and just shouting to people. Richard Wesley's a guy kind of old who starts talking normally, and then all of a sudden he starts saying that everybody on the earth has had the vision of something very weird, and we're not following the vision, therefore we're all going to hell. We've had a vision and we don't remember, and we're not following it. Only he does. And
Yeah, how would
everybody's
you know that we've all had visions?
No, it's a very specific one. Like he even has a drawing of that vision, which is like some tree with a river and some stuff.
It's
frogs.
eerie.
Yeah, it's like a theory of a vision that everybody on the earth has had. We've had all the same vision. It was God's calling, and we're all ignoring it, and we're going to hell. And it's been weird. Every time he shows up.
That would be pretty strange. I mean, I would love to see a guest come in who has Tourette's. That'd be a lot of fun. But okay, let's go through the joke. Never mind.
Another thing people don't know about us, about this channel, is although they see this connection between myself and Steven, they don't know that we've taken the MBTI test and we are the exact opposite characters. There is a war between my type and Steven's type. And maybe people out there don't understand how serious this is. It is very serious. And it is once again the gospel proving to be above things like that. Because
backstage, like on that apology episode, the addressing elephants in the room one we did, right before I hit live, I was kicking and screaming not to do it and telling Krista and Achilles, like, this is so stupid. This is stupid. You're immature, blah, blah, blah. And, but no, I knew that ultimately they were right and I was being prideful and childish. So I bit the bullet and I did it. But yeah, like Krista and Achilles peer pressure me all the time to be a decent person. It's kind of sickening.
And it is to us as well that we have to do it. So another member took the MBTI test, and it is Keisha, and she's pretty obsessed about it, as somebody should be, because it is very important stuff. And there is a war between my type and Steven's type, and you never see that kind of a war. Like, you've never seen us fighting on panel. Because what he thinks of the gospel and what I think of the gospel, or how he uses his intuition to see behind a slur that an atheist threw, and he understands the motivation behind it, and he attacks the motivation instead of what he actually said. That's where we align perfectly. So yes, there are differences in character, but I love going to war with Steven. And now we also got Rich, we got Dan.
And Dan,
And
Rich is already getting the reputation out in the chat of being the fastest banner in the West. So if you guys keep messing around with Rich here, you're going to get danned.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot to irritate me. I'm kind of sitting on edge, but I mean, I guess I don't tolerate as much as the other guys, and maybe not so much ban them, but maybe kick them out of the channel if they're up here and just aren't respectful.
All right, let's go to our next segment, and we'll let Terry start this one off for us. Help her get her mind off of things and get her involved. We're going to go over a cursed stream. I think everyone who has some kind of YouTube career or long-standing channel has had that one stream that they think is just cursed. Terry, what is it for you?
Well, there was a stream where I thought I turned it off, and I didn't. And so I had these two guys who were drunk arguing for probably another 4 or 5 hours on my channel live, using the N word, using the F word, just being crazy until I don't know, 6 a.m. apparently when they left.
wow, and that was on your channel, and you didn't even know about it.
I didn't know. I went to bed. I thought I was like, oh, okay, I closed the stream. It's done. Apparently, I didn't actually close the stream.
Oh,
So,
wow.
oops. Yeah, that
You
was
wake
pretty
up to
cursed.
you wake up to a completely deleted channel, and you're like, why? What did I do?
No, it wasn't. It didn't get deleted.
All right, thank you for that.
That reminds me, Steven,
Yeah.
of that time where we were backstage and we were talking, and Steven decided to prank us, and he hit the live button. And nobody noticed.
Never again.
And we were talking, we immediately got into talking about somebody, and it all went live. And yeah, that was embarrassing.
It wasn't even somebody we were talking about when I hit live. This conversation gave us the countdown that we were going live, and while that countdown's going 3, 2, 1, they changed the subject. And the very first thing you hear when our stream opens up is Achilleas say, "Yeah, that person's a jerk," and he named them by name. And I'm like, oh my gosh, guys! I'm like, never again. Probably, probably were. Yeah. So if I'm gonna go with a cursed stream, Achilleas, this might be just before you even came along, but it was when we did our very first 24-hour live stream. And
jeez.
We've done 3 of them, but the first one, I had 8 people on the panel, and it was going great, but I had to run to the store because I wanted Burger King, and it was 20 minutes away, and I didn't want to shut down the stream. I had a couple people in there that I trusted to manage things, but I forgot that they didn't have any permissions. So I'm listening to the show after I leave the house, and I'm headed to Burger King. And about the time I get to Burger King, all heck breaks loose. And the guests are calling each other names and dropping F-bombs and just going crazy and talking heresies. I could not get home fast enough. That is the cursed stream, the first 24-hour stream.
That's hilarious, man. When are we gonna do another one of those? I'd love to do part of it.
Oh,
Man, we just have to set it up. But if we plan it on a weekend and everybody chips in, we could have a really fun 24-hour live stream.
Have to be a Saturday.
Yeah, it would
who
have to
was
be a
it-
Saturday.
Who was it that helped us last time that I went to bed? I think it was Robin that kept going.
It was Robin, dude. That's where my whole opinion of Robin changed that day. She came on and helped me for like 2 hours and kept me going. And I was like, okay, this Robin is a cool chick. But after hearing her intro video yesterday, apparently she's awesome.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Robin. I never told you happy birthday. I realized late that was your birthday.
Oh, Maud went live when talking about Brett Keane. Maud, come tell us about that experience. I bet that had some ramifications.
You know what, dude? Here's another weird thing. There are people out there that are getting better in their character and in their preaching, and they start doing a good job, and we name them. And when we name them publicly and we plug their channel and we send people that way, they like completely change, and we feel so embarrassed for sending people that way. And that name is what came to what brought this to my memory. I remember you advertising him and saying, guys, go ahead and subscribe there. And then he completely transformed, going back to his, I don't know, previous self or something. So we gotta remember not to do that.
All right.
You're muted. Oh, okay.
So that's the Rich, did you give us a cursed stream? Just that one stream you think was an epic failure?
Hold
I guess
on, I'm getting food. I'll be right back.
Oh, wow. Feel like we all agree that takes precedence.
Cursed stream.
Yeah, we all like food.
Yep.
I
The
heard from
closest.
Jamie. He says he thinks they're gonna release him because he's doing better. So I don't know. He told me not to come down.
We're definitely going to keep praying for Jamie.
Yeah.
Terry, can you write in the private chat what it is? Like what is the diagnosis?
We don't have one really. Like the last time he went, there wasn't any conclusive diagnosis about what happened.
Is there like high pressure or?
Yeah, he's got high blood pressure. It comes in waves. I actually bought him a blood pressure monitor this week to just keep track of it, but it's pretty obvious when his blood pressure goes up because it's just like.
Did he get blood pressure meds?
No, not last time. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't know. Doctors here, when you have high blood pressure, they just give you those meds immediately. Like they don't send you home.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't send him home. They kept him overnight and ran a bunch of tests on him. So.
Yeah,
Sure.
but if blood pressure is there, like when you wake up and it's like on the high side, people live with blood pressure meds. They just every day, like forever. And there's so many. It's not like so. If blood pressure is there, high blood pressure, then meds should be prescribed.
All right.
Because it creates all sorts of problems, not just the heart. It creates you never know, where it's gonna create a problem.
I think the problem is that it's random. So I don't know. I can't really speak to what the doctors
Yeah.
are thinking.
All right, so guys, that brings us to our final topic, and it's a taboo one. It's forbidden lore.
Forbidden lore.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
I think we are. I think so. There is some forbidden lores, especially here at Proverbs, guys. Things that we just don't talk about. One of them is opposite of mother, Chuck. And we don't bring up that Sega. Another one, until recently, was Missing Mod. We did not talk about our lore with the mobster. And
The month.
the mobster, yeah. And let's see, what else do we have, Achilles? We have the Ryan incident, so we never talk about why we removed Ryan. Other than that one time we, briefly mentioned it. And we never talk about our schism.
Well, I don't know. We actually don't find a reason to, like, in people's mission of spreading the gospel, things happen that maybe result to a volcanic eruption. Yeah, we don't go back to the eruption all the time and start digging the things it buried. Just keep going. But there is some past on this channel, that's for sure.
Yes. Terry, any forbidden lore from your channel? Times you don't like talking about? Times Aiden may have made videos about?
Well, I mean, that doesn't really impact my channel so much. I don't know, really. I've been around on YouTube for so long, and my content used to be very different. So pretty much anything prior to, I don't know, not even that though. I don't have any forbidden lore. I can't hide anything. The internet is forever.
Yeah.
I have things I'd rather not talk about, I suppose.
I mean, I think Achilles, do you have a long list of things you wish we would not talk about? I know Dan does.
No, I do have a very, very, very long list of things I would want us to talk about, but people get very offended easily. Like if I take control around here, a lot of stuff are gonna burn. Like I have that list.
So that is a behind the scenes drama that we could address, because I think it's whimsical the way we make it all work, but there has been quite a bit of friction and headbutting between you and President Dan.
And other hosts, I guess. Oh, you put him on, I put him off.
I'll let you do it, my brother.
Let's do it again.
Was that Dave?
Hey, what's up, Didi?
What's up? I have a question, if I'm not interrupting.
42.
42?
Yeah, it is 42.
I met a man by the name of Bruce. Is he an independent fundamentalist Baptist?
Oh, you met Bruce.
Was it that obvious?
Yeah.
It was, let's just say, do not go on that channel. It is bad with what I said to him. We went back and forth a bit into it, and then I
What
tore
channel?
into him. It was Burning Bushes.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Did he call us false prophets here?
No, he gaslighted me twice.
Sounds like Bruce.
And tried to say I was lying. So let's just say I wished death on him and called him a subhuman, among other things, to his face.
Well, that was nice of you.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
I'm fine with civil disagreement, but if you want to do personal attacks, I can do that too.
Civil and Bruce, different rooms. You can't have that in the same room.
So that's all. I'm not trying to change the topic. I'm just joining in. I was just curious if that Bruce is the Bruce.
Congratulations. You
I
just
have
met
a-
the tick of YouTube.
I love Brother Bruce.
He can be. I like some of his doctrines. I just we've tried hard to get them across in a better way, and he just doesn't care. And the more we've tried that, the more he turns around and attacks us. And he just keeps having this bad character, and he doesn't understand. Maybe he hasn't made it there yet in the Bible, where Jesus says that we must reflect him in character, not just in doctrine, but we got it's love that will show people that we are his disciples. And just going around channels and saying you're going to hell and you're terrible and what you do and all that, like wherever he goes, he does the same. And we tried helping, but you make it to a dead end at some point, and you're like, you know what? I got other stuff I want to get to. So
I hope that
I
answers your question.
I think Bruce is sincere, and he's coming at things from a place of wanting to save souls. But
We actually talked about that. My whole position was it's not so much what you say, it's how you say it. Right? That was kind of my own thing. And we walked away from that where basically I respect him because he stands to his guns, but he is my enemy and I hate him.
oh Lord, another enemy.
Yeah, I have to say, if you go to Gangster Ghost's channel and go to his video uploads, you'll find a couple shorter ones between Bruce and I, and he is the only guy in the world who can make me step out of my Christian clothes and just go gangster. Like, we have butted heads so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember I was there for it before it was ugly.
So you can answer this question for us, Dave, now that you're here. We're
Sure.
going over times where we have had like weird streams, and specifically, I'll pull this image up for us so we can show you. But can you give us your weirdest guest you've ever had?
On this channel?
Not on this channel. No, on your streams. Weirdest guest you ever had.
I don't have that.
Weirdest guest you've ever been on a stream with?
I mean, Bruce. I mean,
2 or 3.
usually, yeah. Usually, I don't know. Like, I feel like generally speaking, I'm pretty chill and easy to get along with. Generally, I've been on multiple podcasts floating around, and even though I've disagreed with people, I don't recall an actual like insult fest with anyone other than Bruce, right? And that ironically happened yesterday. Everyone else is usually pretty cool, even though we fundamentally disagree on like core values and like politics, whatever the case may be, right? People are still, civil. As for my stream, like, I can't think of any weird guests I have, but that's just because in the gaming sphere, the dynamic is different.
You are very lucky.
Well, that, and I have a good mod team, and then I also have like my YouTube moderation on the back end is like super strict on things. So
I wish mine was. My moderators let people have civil wars out in the chat.
But yeah, so, well, I mean, it's not like disagreement or civil wars, but it's like, like even like, so the way I have it set up, because bots will type individual letters and multiple messages to like make swear words, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So every single letter is banned individually. So if you say, I like Fallout 4, it's going to be held for review.
we also have those similar restrictions here at Proverbs, guys.
Yeah,
There's a good chance if you type out Kent Hovind, it is going to be reviewed. Because most of our nastiest comments have come from Kent Hovind videos.
Yeah. And with mine too, I have like religious words that are banned. So anything to do with like Christianity or the Bible or things like that. Not because I'm necessarily against it, but because I'm a gaming channel, right? I don't want some random person in the chat who's yelling at you guys, right, to come onto my channel and start problems.
So if I come to your channel to apostolize, I have to use Yeshua?
I'm actually, I think I have that banned too.
What?
I have like, yes, I have like Bible. I have to go through the entire mod list or like the ban list again.
Went
but
a little hard on Jesus there, bud.
Well, I mean, no offense. I'm not a Jesus channel, and I don't think you want me to be a Jesus channel. Like,
I mean, from what I know about you, I like your character. I like you as a person, but I'm pretty sure you're right. I don't want you.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a channel about religion.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Christians who are, you know, and just people in general is like, you know, I like you. Yeah, just stick to gaming, you know.
And now,
or like ex-Mormonism or something. But
hey, in your defense, I am equally as happy that Bruce does not have his own YouTube channel. Maybe
technically
more happy.
technically he does, because he needs a YouTube channel in order to interact on YouTube. He just doesn't upload content.
Thank God. Now, Rich, are you back with your food now?
Yeah.
Seems scared. Nah, I don't need people killing my monetization, because that's what YouTube is for anyway. There's
Killing
no money
monetization.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, well, yeah, because it's not just like what the content is of the video, but like your chat can also get you demonetized if people are like going ham. So like that's why I heavily restrict everything: religion, politics. Even I've got like a list of like words involving economics, right? Like, you know, because YouTube has demonetized channels for multiple people swearing in chat.
What about things with the First and Second Amendment? Can we mention that on your channel?
Well,
probably not.
Actually, I don't know about that because that's actually tied to Fallout 4. So like some political things are allowed because it's like America in an alternative universe, so some things are allowed. The thing about like the Second Amendment and Constitution and stuff is like YouTube is a private company, so they can like legislate what they want, which is why I think a bunch of people move to like Rumble, I think it's called, in locals.
Yeah, Rumble.
I was going to show you guys our list of banned words, but I don't even think I can. I think if I was to show you these banned words, they would shut us down.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about I don't know about that because you're not like promoting it, but like, and two, like not all banned words are banned. But yeah, like missing mod. I don't know if you're familiar with what's called the Panelverse, right? But a lot of them are demonetized for their chats and for like their content. I think ThorpTube got demonetized, but they're really, really bizarre.
I always have weirdos trying to come on and show corn.
Yeah, because they're trying to demonetize you. Yeah, they're trying to demonetize you.
It's really angering.
You reminded us of that crazy moment that happened here.
Oh, Achilleas. I'll let you share it. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is the worst stream we've ever had.
So, one day, somebody got in and decided to corn bomb the channel.
Yeah.
And Steven was AFK for a moment.
About 30 seconds in all.
Yeah, and I was there, and I saw what he did on like a screen as we are right now, like little windows. And I panicked. And what I did is I hovered my mouse over his window, and there was a button there that maximizes the window. And I thought that that's what I need to press to kick him out. So instead of kicking him out, I maximized the corn that he was showing.
Oh, no.
And so it went full screen.
Yeah, so I walk away from the computer for about 20 seconds, and we're having a good in-depth biblical conversation. And when I come back 20 seconds later, on full screen, it is black on black biblical crime, if you get my drift.
Oh, my.
Yeah. I'm like, what the heck is happening here? Poor Achilles. He'd never live that down.
No. Well, thank you, Missing Mod, for clarifying that. I thought Thorpe was demonetized because I thought Grace said something about that. But like, if you look at the panel verse, there's a reason why they have high quality content and tons of views, but they never get past like 10K subscribers because they're like they do get restricted. The channels get restricted by like YouTube. So,
how do you find out if your channel's been restricted or not?
It'll be in your like notifications. Oh, she got a super chat. Okay, maybe she was talking about a different channel. I don't know. This was like, I want to say a month and a half ago. I've been on like 2 lives with her and Ben on different podcasts, so I could be misremembering. Just throwing that out there. But generally speaking, yeah, it is possible to have a channel demonetized from what people say in chat. I don't know how YouTube enforces it, if it's AI or people have to manually report it, or if it's a combination of both. I honestly don't know that part, but
yeah. And usually when they start those letter trends, I will mess it up. So they'll put like NI and I'll get the drift, and I'll put GHT.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hung out there for a bit, and then ironically I wandered over and ended up like in the Christian section, right? Because the panel verse is a little bit too wild for me.
Why?
But
Well, I find random people will show up at my channel and you can tell they're just like really into debate and like.
Well, it's not debate, it's like the content, and like there's like, I mean, I was dropping by what was it, the Raging Tomato, right? So it's basically like some lady owns a YouTube channel and it came up in my feed, right? And I literally jumped on because she's the host and she'll like moderate different topics. Well, I hopped on, and there's a white dude and a black dude just swearing at each other, making racial slurs to each other, threatening to like unalive each other, and the host isn't even there, right? So I'm like, what is this?
That's why you have to have co-hosts that actually have capabilities. Otherwise, that's going to happen. Like right now, if I walked away, Achilles and Rich have actual capabilities, and they can ban people and stop the stream, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean there are a few cool people in the panelverse, but it's like, I don't know, the way I take, like, for me, I equate the panelverse with like dumpster diving when I was homeless. Yeah, you might find like an occasional guitar or like a cell phone that still works, and it's valuable, but you're still like sifting through the garbage at the end of the day.
Man, hopefully that's not how people view this table. Like, hopefully they view ProverbsGuys as a place where you can get some substance but have good conversations.
No, it's a classy joint over here.
You think it's a classy joint we run?
Yeah.
Can I give you a hard time, Steven? Can I give you a hard time, Steven?
Well, one time Brett Keane searched me up on his AI and had it roast me and roast ProverbsGuys, so nothing can be that bad.
Okay, yeah, it's not necessarily bad. It's more just like, who watches your channel, dude?
I do.
I
There's
mean,
like 5 of us here.
Yeah, some of our streams have less
mods.
people, but you know, sometimes we'll have bigger shows too. It just depends on what content we're putting out at the time, really. We
Yeah,
get a
no,
lot of
no,
live
that's fair.
views whenever we do Mormon stuff, but you know,
Or
that
those
gets burned out.
debate with the atheists, those videos do really well too.
Yeah.
You can never run out of Mormon content. You can never run out of Mormon content. You have Tim Ballard now. And President Nelson died. Dallin H. Oaks is doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to turn into the anti-Mormon channel. Like, make no mistake, all of us agree that Mormons are not born-again Christians. They are not a sect of Christianity. They are their own cult. But I don't want to become the anti-Mormon channel either.
No, that's fair.
So I try to gauge it.
Yeah, I try, and that's why I'm very heavy about like keeping my space clean, especially my family-friendly Minecraft channel. I like, if you thought my description of Fallout 4 was strict, like Minecraft is very much locked down.
Yeah, but DD, you're putting comparisons in two completely different things. Like your channel, not only is it monetized and you have created something for the purpose of making money out of it, and we don't. But also, those that watch this channel are here for exactly what it is that we do. And if we want to raise the numbers, we know how to do it. We just don't. Here's how simple it is. We just schedule the shows and we stick to the schedule and we make debates because people enjoy debating. And what we do instead is we discuss backstage and we're like, should we go live? Yeah, let's go live. Well, let's talk about this. Let's do this. And we do it without people knowing. So the way of doing it that way, not everybody is on their computer at that time that we decide to go live.
Yeah, it's spur of the moment.
Yeah, and then they could watch if somebody. Here's the thing about what it is that we do here. As we are interested to learn something, whether it's true or learn something that about something being a lie, so are others. And we look around us and we see a world that is taking a very weird shape. So those that wanna watch and learn of some discussion, that doesn't mean that they're gonna learn from me. You might be in the panel and they can learn from you something, you know? You never know what can trigger somebody into realizing something.
Yeah.
They can watch it like after post fact. We get like I don't know how many is it, Steven? Is it like 1,000 views per day on if you put down like all the videos in analytics? Does it give us like 1,000? I think it's more than 1,000 views per day.
Yeah, it just depends on if you're talking to, it breaks it up, but it also combines it. So like most of our views come in through our shorts. And then the people who come from the shorts usually stay for the uploads in the live streams.
Yeah, so so I see where that comment comes from. But we're talking about a completely different mission, completely different channels, and we're not even monetized. We're not gonna go after what needs to be done to get, you know, to increase the revenue. In fact,
yeah, I get that.
In
It was
fact,
more
we
of
do
a
the
joke.
opposite. Yeah, in fact, we do the opposite. Like, I'll give you an example. The way the elections turned in the U.S. This past year, we could have jumped aboard and keep going with this and saying, yeah, it's great, and finally, and all that. You know, we would have like a lot of people loving this. But this is not what we believe. We will not go against our beliefs. We believe there is idolatry taking place, and that every politician, especially the billionaires, are lying to us. So that's what we're going to expose, whether they like it or not. If we wanted to raise some revenue, maybe we would have been going the other way, you know, as the other channels have. They
Well, also the
realized,
drama. We cut back significantly on the drama. You know, if you came by a year and a half ago, you would have seen the same thing here because we were getting good views that you saw on all the other channels, Dave. When you said you see all the Christians tearing each other apart, like we were into that too. And then we just decided, you know what, the views are not worth it. And for lack of a better phrase, honestly, we just shot ourselves in the foot intentionally. But it does hurt because at times I would love to see us having 500, 600, 1,000 views a live stream again.
Yeah, I guess my point is, like, you can have both. It's not like an either or.
Yeah. No, fair. I get it. And I know that you are an actual professional at, running a YouTube like a business and actually making it profitable and successful.
so cute.
That's why I like encouraging you guys. You guys have the opportunity to do something good without the drama.
We don't even see it that way, of having an opportunity to do something good. We think this world is getting worse and worse, and we're just one little boat that is fishing for people.
You're like, get in the freaking boat. Get in the freaking boat.
And we work for a big ship that has a lot of little boats all over the place. And we fish and we return them to the mothership.
We've even had other boats break off of our boat.
Yeah.
Grr.
We had to sink a couple too.
Oh, we did sink a couple boats, didn't we? We sank quite a few. Man, those were if you want to see some contention, Diamond Dave, you got to go back to our uploads like a year ago. You will be blown away.
I got a question for DP.
No.
It's no biggie, but I think it is important. When it comes to what is going on around us, I think it is important. So I would like to ask, first off, you said something one day, and I wrote in the chat that from this minute on, DD is gonna be my brother because of what you said. So that was that you used to be a Linkin Park fan. Remember the day you said that?
Linkin Park? Yeah.
Yep.
It's not bad, yeah. That was my high school days.
Okay, so my question would be, when did that change? Like, was there a time when you said, like, I don't like this? Like one album that you said, I don't like this, or you just stopped and like moved on and they never hit you again?
I would say it's the second one. I just moved on, right? I never stopped liking it. I just, I left high school, was an adult, was exposed to new music, and just kind of like moved on.
Okay, the reason I ask is because Linkin Park was what helped me see the light. How, you might ask? They started seeing it and they started putting it in their lyrics of their latest albums. And you get triggered. You're like, wait a minute, what are they talking about here? So they have an album called 1,000 Suns. And for all the fans, it was supposedly terrible. Like, why did they change their music so much? First off, if you are a band, you have every right to change your music anytime you wish like doing it. Like, okay, I know you liked what I did before, but this is what I'm going to be doing from now on. But also, they saw something and they were putting it in their lyrics. So it helped me a lot, and it made me see that there is something very weird going down. They're not very clear on stating what it is, but you'll see that the lyrics are very weird.
Well, you know what it is. It's that I Am Batman is out on the streets. So basically, it's lock up your daughters and your wives.
Well, what's up, Batman?
Yeah, so for me, I
only go after
never
criminals.
I never
Did you
really
have any-
got heavy into lyrics. I'm more into like the beat and the tone. I never
Then
like
How can you stop liking Linkin Park then?
well, that's what I just said earlier. It's not that I stopped liking them. I just discovered other music that I connect with more.
Okay, my
That's all.
suggestion is to go back to where you lost them and start seeing what you've missed. Because, dude, that's like, for me, it's like the #1 band on the earth, and I've made like maybe a couple of hundred videos, and they always have Linkin Park somewhere in them.
Gotcha.
I love their lyrics. I love their music. And I think I'm older than you. I'm 45.
Yeah, you're older than me. I'm 37.
But I did start with them on high school. But the thing is that they had millions of fans, and they started giving those fans a message, a warning. And that's why Chester lost his life, because he went against the industry. And it would be interesting to understand why that happened. It might also help you as much as it did with me.
Yeah, for me, I don't feel like I missed out on anything. My music has always been very eclectic and all over the place, right? So it's more than just like Linkin Park and just metal in general. Like I like symphonic metal, sure, but I also like techno, K-pop, J-rock, Bollywood music.
Bollywood.
I've been known. I'm Hindu. Like that
I
kind
was
of
a
stuff.
DJ. I was a DJ when after high school, my college years. I was DJing trance and progressive trance, and
I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
so I'm not like stuck on one type of music. But there's something real special with Linkin Park. A suggestion from your new brother here is to go back and see what you've missed in this time that you've ventured away from them.
Oh, Dean, please rescue us from Bollywood.
Well, let me just finish up with this. It's like
Yeah,
I didn't
Bollywood
like
shouldn't
they weren't my #1 band to begin with.
Good to know.
Right. Yeah, they weren't my #1 band to begin with. In that era, it was Nightwish when Tarja was around. That was my #1 band. Evanescence was probably #2. Linkin Park would have been maybe, I don't know, top 15, but maybe around 12 or 13 as background
Evanescence
noise.
is pretty good. Have you noticed they have a very big cross on their logo?
I think
Yeah, I
what
think
you're-
Evanescence is a Christian, or claims to be, I think.
Yeah.
Amy
They
Lee. I actually, when I was living in Georgia, I met a couple people who allegedly went to high school with her. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
They had some deep insights on her, but I never got into, I don't like really get into the backstories of the band, so I don't know if it's like they do actually know her or if it's just they like Googled the crap out of her and are just telling me things to sound cool, you know? So I don't have an opinion on that, but yeah, I think Amy Lee's is a Christian, which is fine, right? But yeah, Linkin Park wasn't like as strong as a connection as it sounds like it was with you.
Yeah, no, I get that. But I hope you already got that the reason I'm asking and suggesting what I am is because of their message.
Yeah,
Not
well,
be- not-
Avicii had a similar thing too, from what I heard, and that's why he's now deceased.
Who? VT?
No, Avicii. The
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
yeah. So I'm familiar with that. Like, you know,
So-
like Chester's not the only one. There's Avicii, and there's like a couple others.
and that's why they don't go out shouting their beliefs. By the way, Chester was an Orthodox Christian, and he had just baptized his child. I don't agree with children baptism, but that's what they told him in the Orthodox Church to do. So, and 1 week before his alleged suicide, his best friend did the same, took his own life in the exact same manner. Now, that best friend, Chris Cornell, was the lead singer of Audioslave, and everybody else in the Audioslave band are the Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Before you do that, Steven, I'm just gonna tell him that the reason I do that is it kind of matters. Like when you have a band like Rage Against the Machine and they disappear, if you wanna see more of what they were, you need to follow where the members went. You see what I'm saying? And they all created Audioslave, but nobody knows. But the funny thing is, why do they have to hide so much? If they are Christian and they want to speak about what they believe in, why do people die for that?
Fair enough. Dean, what do you got on your mind? You've been unmuted for a while, and then I might give Missing Maud a taste of Krista's new single.
Done by AI.
No, the song she totally wrote herself. She just ran it through Suno for the singing.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. She wrote the song, but I'm assuming you're not married to a black man.
Well, it depends. She's been through war, and as you've probably heard, war puts a man through a lot of changes. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Oh, Dean, save us.
Only Jesus can save you.
Amen.
Amen to that.
I would say that one of the bands that I thoroughly enjoyed, that I actually found out they were Christian by actually listening to the lyrics closely. It was Red. I don't know if you guys know about that band.
I don't even know them, no.
Yeah, they're like...
Red is a pretty good band. I like them.
Are you guys thinking
of creepy band?
I think you guys are thinking of Nickelback.
No.
Red is a pretty good alternative rock Christian band. They have a couple pretty good songs.
Yeah.
I just posted a song in the chat. I'm in love with it. It's a Mongolian love song. So it's basically about lost love.
Is it in Mongolian?
It's in Mongolian, but it's still like there's Mongolian throat singing. Like it's the Mongol. There's a famous Mongolian like throat singing like opera singer that like comes in it. It's really good. But like you can watch the video and you can get the gist of what's going on. A woman, a man and a woman meet and then they fall in love, and then near the end, right? There's like a scene where he rides over fire with a sword with other like soldiers, and then it's basically, you could tell just by the video, it's implied that he's killed, right? So this is like her love song, like the lost love. It's really good.
All right, I'm gonna give 30 seconds of this song for Missing Maud, and then you guys can find it on Krista's channel if you want to hear the rest.
Did she write it?
Yeah, she wrote it.
I don't write to express my feelings. I write to escape them, to pull the weight from my chest before it can break me within, to get the sometimes lethal poison out, line by line, before it seeps too deep and starts to claim what's mine. Because if I let the thoughts linger, they darken the light I'm trying to shine. And who wants to be around someone lost inside their own mind? So I pour every shadow on the paper and let it all bleed, turning chaos to quiet, giving my restless thoughts room to breathe. Each word is a step out of places I don't want to.
All right, go find her track.
Sounds a little like Eminem.
It's got a little Eminem vibe to it. Yeah, I could see that.
No, I would push back on that. No, Eminem. I used to listen to Eminem as well. He's a lot faster than that.
Okay.
A lot faster.
No, you're thinking of Slim Shady.
I really
mean-
doubt AI can catch up to Eminem's speed.
Yeah, Eminem is like Eminem by far is like the number one rapper objectively because like he raps faster than any other rapper out there. People have like compared the like how many words a second he says compared to like all the other rappers, and nobody else comes close.
You know, my problem, and this is probably stereotypical Christian, but my problem with Eminem is his lyrics. Like, they are way grotesque at times and violent in the past, and I could just do without that.
Yeah, and I mean I don't know if it's a stereotypical Christian thing. I mean, I'm sure there's that aspect to it, but I mean, Eminem's like one of the reason why I do like him is because like he's authentic, right? Like I mean, he raps about like his past, which isn't pretty, but he goes on a very deep level where you can see his like literal raw emotions and things that people feel but they never say.
Yeah, like Rich.
Yeah.
Something also very noteworthy with Eminem is that he's not rushing to catch up to the game. He like owns the game of rapping, and he innovates on every album, and everybody else is trying to catch up to the way he changes the style. He's amazing. I understand what you're saying, Steven, and I'm with you there. But yeah, I grew up with him.
I know you feel that way, Achilles, because you literally, we did a stream together once, and Achilles made a little intro video type of deal for it. And in this intro video, he used rap from Eminem, and it was hard. And there were some hard cuss words on it. And he's playing that, and I'm cringing. I'm like, Achilles, why wouldn't you at least bleep out the cuss words? Like dropping
that would
some
require
hard Fs.
editing. Yeah, that would require editing.
Yeah, man. Where we have come today. I guess
Anyway,
Missing Mod is an ICP fan.
What is a juggalo? Oh my god! I think I will say ICP did have what was it? They've had a couple good songs. Like I like Echo Side, but yeah, ICP's interesting to say the least.
Well, Odin was like the world's biggest ICP fan. I think he's still actually over their fan club.
Odin is a juggalo. Okay, that
The
doesn't
juggalo.
surprise me.
Right?
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
I could actually see Rich being an in the closet juggalo too.
It's the beard, man.
I'm not going to comment on what kind of music I listened to in middle school.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I was actually spoiled musically wise because I used to ride around a lot with my dad in his work truck, and he would listen to his music, and that was the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And after growing up on that and having that my primary source of listening entertainment, you know, all the stuff in the 2000s and 2010s and 2020s sucks. Like even the stuff from the 90s, it's all garbage next to the oldies.
Yeah. I mean, at about high school, I started listening to like 80s rock and 80s metal and stuff like that. And then I caught up. I mean, the grunge era, you know, I barely liked it. I mean, there were some pretty good songs out there, a few, you know, good hits that I liked, but everything like mid 90s post, like basically when Metallica cut their hair and then beyond, it was, I didn't like it. I mean, there's some songs that Disturbed did, which I thought were pretty good, especially their, what was that cover that they did of that Simon and Garfunkel song? That was
oh my god! Yes. Sound
of Silence.
Sound of Silence. Yeah, it's got more views than the actual Sound of Silence. It's over 1 billion views.
Are you talking about from Disturbed?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Look,
amazing.
We played that song. We played "The Sound of Silence" by Disturbed for Kent Hovind, and he started crying while he
Really?
listened. Yeah, like it's a good song, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a good song.
If you ever get a chance, watch some of those music teachers like react to his vocals, or the vocal coaches react to that song. Like they listen to it for the first time, and some of them say like they're blown away. No one should be able to do what he does with his voice. It's just such a unique talent, and so very well put together.
I listen to Down with the Sickness.
Are you down with the sickness, bro?
10,000 fists in the air.
Yep.
Amen.
Let's
That's
be
the
honest.
album. That's their best album.
I will say, just
Stricken
going back,
is good too.
Stricken is good. Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I will say,
I don't-
going back to the link I posted in the chat, it is a family-friendly song. It's a very wholesome song I posted, and that's one of the reasons why I've fallen in love with Mongolian music, because it's family centered. It's centered on history, and it's there's no swearing or anything. It's just glorious. You cannot beat Mongolian throat singing or Mongolian opera. It is amazing.
Mongolian opera, that would be interesting.
Well, let's be honest.
I'm posting the link.
We'll share it. You said you already posted it in the chat?
Yeah, I posted it, yeah.
Well, let's be honest. Each and every one of us on the stream has sung "Complicated" at the top of our voice.
By Avril Lavigne.
Yes, exactly.
I've sung at the top of my lungs "Constipated" by Weird Al, the parody of "Complicated."
Oh, if we're getting into Weird Al, we have to pay homage, and we have to get into Amish Paradise and White and Nerdy. But that Star Wars one he did was awesome too.
Star Wars was good.
What was that one he did of Michael Jackson?
I'm fat.
Yeah, that was funny.
My wife and I were talking about Weird Al last night. We want to make a Weird Al style parody of Barbie Girl. Right? we want to make a parody of because of the whole fat phobic thing in America. We want to make I'm an obese girl in an obese world. And then the guy comes in and says, "Come on, fatty, let's eat patties." And there's just food everywhere.
Wow.
I'd listen to that. That's clever, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I always wondered which stream it would be the one to get us taken down, and I'm glad to know it was here with you guys tonight.
No, you're not getting taken down over this.
I would still blame Odin because he's not here right now. He stepped away. Claude, Excuses was actually a cute, whimsical little song you did for Kent Hovind.
We did. I think Claude did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Claude.
I forgot. Brother
Welcome.
Achilles, I need to send you the link to my my Exodus paper.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I'll give you my
epic.
email.
No, I'll just paste the link in the private chat. You can just open it up from there. And I haven't forgotten about the PDF. It's just that when I save the file as a PDF, Steven, it looks weird. But if you want me to send it to you just as is, I can. I'll still
PDFs
send
are
it.
weird, dude. I mean, you have to be very weird to be a PDF.
He's got a point there.
That's gonna get us taken down. Let's see here.
It's been a heck of a run. So this is that virus you were talking about, Odin. It gets everybody's bank account information.
There you go. You know what? I was talking to one of my cousins the other day, and he shared an article with me about some dude who worked in the tech space, who was basically like robbing all of his clients. Like he spent years building up like really good relationships with these people, and he screwed them over by like stealing their information and like using their money to buy up a bunch of stuff. And it's like if you're clever enough to put in the time and effort to gaining people's trust only to rob them, you'd think that one would find a clever way to at least rob them to where he won't be caught immediately. I'm just saying, like, thieves are dumb.
Okay, is this your document here?
Yes, that's it
All
right
right.
there.
I'm going to save this.
And the PDF, let me send that in the email. Download PDF, all times, export. Yeah, I want you to feel free to run it through your favorite AI or whatever it is you do.
Make a chart of it, Steven.
I was resisting. I was trying to resist to
too.
like not say anything, bro, but it's like, come on, Achilles.
I think he's on it already. That's why he's silent.
Did Terry disappear?
Yeah, she left.
She said
Oh,
bye.
Terry.
I missed it, but she said bye.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, she left.
I'm
a
like,
while
wait,
ago.
wasn't Terry here a minute ago?
A minute ago, no. You've lost time.
Apparently, my sleep schedule's been thrown off, and that, yeah, so I haven't been sleeping much lately, and then we're gonna like renovate the main section of the office today. So my background, Steven, is actually going to be better from your perspective, right? Because you said every time you see the tarot decks behind me, you pray a hedge of protection, right? But if you notice,
For
all the
you,
boxes,
not for
yeah,
myself.
yeah, for me, right? But
just a hedge, not like a brick wall or anything. Just
I know, right? Just a 2-foot hedge, right? Just a minor inconvenience for Satan. But no, but if you notice, most of the tarot decks are gone because I'm going to be moving my moving all my desk and my like microphone and all the screens and everything to a different part of the room, and then we're going to be buying like Fallout 4 stuff. So in a few days, you're going to see just kind of like a generic background, and then over time, it's going to be filled with like gaming stuff.
Can you put something like random on the wall for me so when I see it, I'll still remember to pray for you? Because I have ADHD and I want to pray for you every day, but sometimes I might forget you exist.
Nothing's done. Yeah, well, I mean, that's fine.
No, it's not a personal thing. Ask Achilleas. Like, I have severe ADHD.
I mean, make a note then if you're that passionate about praying for a person. Get a prayer journal.
The notes there.
Get a prayer journal.
What are you guys' thoughts on like a prayer corner? I know it's mainly like Catholics and Orthodox do it. There's some Protestant churches that would do it. I think some people from Church of God, like in the Caribbean, they'll have prayer corners as well. What do you guys think about that?
So, as the non-Christian, as the token Hindu here, I think it's a good thing for all faiths to have like a prayer corner in their house. Like, our sunroom has like, Buddhist statues and stuff in it, right? So every time you walk by it, you are reminded of your faith, right? And I think it's good to have a designated spot that's visible, right, in your home. So that way, every time you walk by it, right, especially if you're Christian, right, it reminds you to make time to pray. That is my thought.
Okay. How about you guys?
If I ever have children, I'm making a prayer corner and putting them there every time we take a time out.
So I guess Achilles is like, nope. Steven's like, nope.
I'm like weird when it comes to. Remember, I'm not an American and I haven't been raised that way. But ever since I was a little boy, my prayer is when my day ends, I have like a gratitude moment with God. And if there's something really important about me or anybody around me, I never neglect to mention it. And it will always come with may your will be done attached to it, even if it's something that I want too much. So there's no reason for me to have like a something, to write it somewhere so I won't forget. So yeah, I think that's my answer. I pray in a different way.
Let me add a more serious answer to my side. So I know Christians don't really have a ritual thing. I mean, they're not really supposed to, but there's one thing where it says, don't pray out in public. It talks about, going in your closet and praying in secret just between you and God. So I wouldn't really call like a prayer corner, but, maybe a place I guess you could set aside, where you're just away from everybody. But other than that, I don't think any real reason to have one.
I actually pretty much agree and align with what Rich just said. Like, if you can have a prayer closet, that's a great thing. But just being alone and not even praying with a spouse, pray with your spouse also. But you should be praying by yourself as much or more than you pray with your spouse, because there's something about that one-on-one time. And that's typically where I do most of my praying, is when I'm alone.
Yeah, preferably find a closet where there's not a Catholic priest in it also.
I made this chart for. Yeah, that's a good point.
I just want to say something. Find a closet that doesn't have a Catholic priest in it. If I opened up my closet and there's a Catholic priest inside of it, here in Mongolia, look, I'm going to prison, right? Just saying. Like, get out of my closet. Like,
sorry.
He's in my closet and didn't even bother to organize it. What a prick.
I made this chart for you, Odin.
Oh, okay.
It's based on your research.
Nice.
It's not our nicest chart. Our nicest chart is our Ron Wyatt chart.
Oh boy, here we go.
Can you make a chart with all the charts you've ever made into it?
I would have to make a series of charts, but I like where you're going.
We will call it the chart of charts.
Oh, got it.
The charts to win all charts.
So,
well, and here's the thing. If all these charts are in one thread, actually, they don't need to be in a thread. You're using ChatGPT, right?
Yup, pretty much.
Okay, so then you could just go into a new thread and be like, and the prompt be recall all previous charts you have made and compile them into a singular chart.
Okay, that is madness. That is okay. First of all, it's going to be a Ron Wyatt chart that talks about Odin, which also mentions Christian Pike's love of hard rock screamo music when he was young, and it's going to involve Achilleas and first and second advents. It's going to be a weird chart. I wouldn't buy that chart.
That's I
do
think
it
that's
anyway.
Fair. Have you guys ever had a conversation with like another Christian, and like whatever you said to them, it had like a mixed emotion? Like, I'll give an example. I DM'd someone who made a Reddit post because they were basically kind of saying, Christianity wasn't what they thought it would be, and a lot of it had to do with like their physical lives getting better. And so when I spoke to him, he was pretty upset. He got sold a not so good bag of goods. And what basically it was kind of like a prosperity gospel type thing, where he thinks that by being saved and planting all these seeds for how long, the money seeds, his life will get better as soon as he gets baptized, and that wasn't the case. So I told him, I was like, ain't nothing in the Bible that says that. I'm not saying your life can't get better. There are ways your life can get better, but when it comes to like money and like material stuff,
It gets
that
worse.
it's get worse, if anything.
It
You
gets
know, so
worse.
so he's like, then what's the point? And then like I literally had to kind of like re-preach the gospel to this person and explain to him what it's about. And the example that I use is that Christianity is essentially a rescue mission, right? And we're all spiritual, you know, emergency, you know, officers, right? Trying to get other people to be saved from what is coming, and he accepted it. He was sad, but he came back humbled and in a happy state. Have you guys ever had any experience like that before?
I mean, I've come across a lot of people who preach the prosperity gospel, and I've had to go back and forth with them because, that's not an accurate portrait of the gospel. I believe the words of Jesus when he says, "Pick up your cross and follow me." And I don't know about you guys, but my cross is not shiny and made of gold and covered in diamonds and pearls. It is heavy and burdensome and rugged. And every time I pick it up, I'm reminded that this is a heavy duty task. Like, it's not for faint of heart.
You're saying Jesus didn't die on the cross to fill a hole in my heart or fill my bank account?
Right.
To fill the hole in your heart, I'd say yeah. But the bank account, man. I think you heard about Mormon Jesus.
Oh, yeah, I might have been. Oh, which reminds me, I found a verse in the Bible, Book of Matthew, that mentions Joseph Smith.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Matthew 24:11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
There he is.
Damn. Shots fired. I will. Oh, so, Brother Stephen, I have a confession to make.
Well, I'm not Catholic, so save your confession.
I'm not Catholic. This is going to cost you money.
Okay? Right. I'm poor and Protestant. Sow your seed, your love seed first.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, that was.
I'm a former Mormon. That'll be 10% of your
10%?
paycheck, please.
Ooh, 10%. Ouch.
Yeah, it's required 10% tithing. 10%, please, or keep your mouth shut.
I'd be a terrible Mormon.
So,
No, right.
I almost in the Who's Your Favorite Duo poll, I almost voted Dale and Keisha.
They're good. They're good.
But they're not here.
It was close. And I'm gonna keep it real. I almost voted because Keisha is pretty as hell, man. So.
She's a very nice young lady too, and smart as can be.
Yeah, I know a woman who was in a fantasy football league with us. I mean, years ago, back when I used to watch, and it was her first time, and she just drafted everybody for her team, just players that she thought was really attractive, and she kicked the crap out of us throughout that season. I don't know how it worked, but it was the strangest thing in the world, man.
Well, there's a buddy of mine, like he so like this is a weird thing about him. He's one of the guys where he doesn't have a job. He lives in his mom's basement, but like he makes a stupid amount of money doing like fantasy football. And like he knows statistics, right? Like he could literally be a sports analyst because in order to explain anything to him, like he can't keep a girlfriend because he always lies to them about his situation. And we have to make like sports analogies from like, Bears, like the Chicago Bears versus whatever team back in 1975, right? In order for him to like get it. So he's like a savant with that. But like he said, one year he set statistics aside and just picked all black people, and then I saw he made over $40,000 just by picking black people. Like I don't know how he does it, but
well, if we get in a debate in the future, Odine's on my team.
About what? Sports? I'm pulling him. I don't like the guy. He's kind of a trash person, but if we're debating sports, I'm pulling him because he knows baseball stats from the 20s
Oh wow.
and people's backstories. He literally like this is all he does.
All right, fair. But if we get in a conversation about Greek New Testament, I'm tagging in Achilles, yo.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, yeah, Achilles is Greek.
You got good connections.
I know, right?
You got one.
Anytime someone on YouTube on a panel like this tries to tell me, well, it says in the Greek, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Let me email Achilles real quick, and we'll see about
It's
that.
like, yeah, we know someone in Greece. Hang on a second. Like,
Hey, Achilles, I got a serious question for you. What's the difference between a gyro and a taco?
Wait, a gyro, it's pronounced gyros.
Euro.
Okay,
Yep.
whatever.
And the
I
other
said the same thing, Rich, when he corrected me.
and the other one was
A taco.
A
What's
taco.
the difference between the two?
One is wrapped.
definitely different. Of course, you know that it's different cultures, and they make tacos with corn. And I do think they put minced meat inside the taco.
Yeah, minced ground beef.
Yeah, gyro is it's not minced, and the gyro that you have over there, it's not the Greek one. They pretend it is, but it's not. They're like, how will they ever know? You know, that's why they call it gyro, but it's not. So it's
Americanized version, pretty much.
yeah. Show you.
But it does have lamb.
So yeah, here I am. Okay, so the Greek gyro is like this. Let me put a tab here.
Man, this is going to make me hungry, I can tell. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'd eat that whole thing.
So, and what you do is you slice. There is this knife, which is an electric knife, and you just go vertical and you slice like a big chunk of that, and the rest of it keeps turning, and it keeps getting burned, and it's different,
Oh, it's like
completely
a
different.
giant rotisserie style.
Mm.
That reminds me, my pastor was cleaning out his freezer, and he gave me this big leg of lamb that's been in his freezer for a year, untouched. I've got it in my freezer. I think it's still good. I have no clue how to cook it, but
You have to roast it.
Have to roast it.
Oh,
I'm
roast
thinking
it.
about going out, like, you know how they cook pigs in Hawaii, where they just
The charcoal pit.
yeah, thinking about doing one of those.
That's a great way to cook the lamb.
But I don't have any, like, palm leaves.
Open flame, though, dude. Oh, man. That's the best part about Passover. You know, the symbolic semblance also. But, yeah, the lamb is delicious.
Brother Richard,
Yes,
I
sir.
posted in the private chat the scientific paper I am going to be submitting for peer review. So if you want to look through that, you can download the PDF as well. I have a machine readable version that I can share with you if you want to like run it through AI or whatever.
I read
so
part of this when you sent it to me last week, and I'll admit your vocabulary is way over my head. One of these days, I would like to sit down with you and go through it paragraph by paragraph, and give you my thoughts on it. That'd probably be a better way to go about it.
Oh, Dean, here's the
That's
thing.
fair.
I'm offended that you won't accept our offer to be a Proverbs guy so that we could brag that we have a peer-reviewed Proverbs guy. I think you're selfish for it, if I'm being candid with you.
Well, mostly is we have already got Robin, and we want the Batman and Robin duo in Proverbs guys.
Oh man. And there was a female Robin. That was a redhead.
Yeah, there was.
She's still here.
Yep.
Don't talk about redheads, please.
I know, bro. There's somewhere in my heart that flutters when I see him.
Yeah. My wife, she's got red hair, but she's naturally blonde, and I thought I would miss the red, But seeing her blonde come back out, I was just like, oh my Lanta.
You know what you call a blonde that dyes her hair?
What?
Artificial intelligence.
Oh,
Sorry, Krista, I love you.
I called it. I called it. This was the stream.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Why are you the way that you are? Why are you the way that you are?
why?
We have way too much fun on this channel. Hey, what time is Dan going live?
Dan goes live in about 34 minutes.
Okay.
So we'll be ending this stream before then, and hopefully everybody goes and hangs out with Dan and supports and watches.
I don't even know what the subject's on. He didn't send me anything.
I think sometimes Dan just does what me and Achilleas do and think of something backstage.
That works.
Let's see. We took a poll. We took a poll called "Who's Your Favorite Duo?" There were only 10 votes, but 40% said Steven and Achilleas, 40% said Dale and Rich, or Dan and Rich, 20% said Steven and Krista, and no one picked Dale and Keisha. And I'm surprised by that.
Who's Dale and Keisha? I probably
Did Dean say that's the one he voted for?
No, he was going to, but voted for us.
Is it? It's not because they're Canadian, is it?
Probably, which I
Maybe
understand.
That's why.
Man, they've got a real serious channel on that TTLR. Man, that's impressive stuff they do. Very heartbreaking, very deep, but
yeah,
it really opens your eyes to what the persecution that the church is dealing with in Canada.
So to answer Diamond Dave, Dale and Keisha co-host. They're a father and daughter, and they co-host a show called The Charis Project. Here on Proverbs Guys, we call it Practical Christianity. And they have gone through a ton of persecution by the Canadian government for exposing different procedures that happened during the pandemic a few years ago.
What's the name of their channel?
The name of their channel is called The Charis Project. Karis.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep. Real good stuff, but they interview a lot of cool people, always involved in politics and talking to congressmen and senators, but they're actually banned from leaving Canada right now, and they have to stay in Canada. Yeah. And Keisha was brought there against her will. Like she was riding with someone else who crossed the border against her consent, and they picked her up there and will not let her go. She does not want to be in Canada.
Isn't that like communism or something?
Well,
no, because communists, I mean, it's not even communism because many communist countries don't do that. Like North Korea is the only country that does that. Even like full-blown communist countries don't do that.
What's
I've
their
heard stuff like that in China.
China, you can leave. In fact, in many cases, like people who speak out of the government and try to leave, like they'll be let go. Because I mean, from a practical standpoint, it costs more money to like imprison them and like execute them or whatever than it is to just simply let them leave the country and then ban them from coming back. Yeah, people freely travel from China all the time.
If I was ever to be banned to one country, I'd like it to be Greece.
Banned from Greece or in Greece?
Banned in Greece, yeah. I already know how to order coffee there. Ella!
Yeah, which is not, but I get the inside joke.
Hey, we have an inside joke others don't know about. We were wrong this whole episode, Achilles.
Rip.
No, you guys
Man, none of you guys has visited the country, and I can't be a tour guide.
Rich is actually trying to raise funds to go baptize you, and Dan has been talking to Gemma about it, going to baptize you while the rates are cheap.
Hold on. Are we going to do a water gun baptism? If it's not a water gun baptism, it's not a baptism.
No,
Yeah,
Bruce is not invited.
Super soakers.
Damn it.
We don't sprinkle.
Well, I was thinking about maybe a water balloon launcher or, paintball with like wine or something. That might work too.
That's not how they do it in Greece, guys. They have this big pit, and you have to shout, "This is Sparta!" And then you kick them into the pit with the water.
We do it. We do it.
I saw a documentary about it.
Yeah, they scream, "This is salvation," and then kick you in the stomach.
This
and
is
you go up with
salvation.
Kick them down the water pit.
Brother Steven, I dare you to make an AI-generated video of that.
That would
whole
be
thing.
hilarious, man.
I have to run that past upper management, my wife. And if she's a go, I'm a go.
This is salvation.
You think it's going to be flowers and prosperity gospel? No, you get kicked down the hole and told to swim. Sink or swim.
You get kicked down the hole and then drown.
Oh, sometimes. But no, I have had so many times where I should have drowned, and I couldn't swim as good as the waves were tracking, and somehow I made it through. God, man.
Yeah, that's when you just turn into the waves and let the waves carry you, and then you're fine.
Until the
Gentlemen.
waves cool down and the sharks come out, and they eat Odin.
Don't forget to sing Celine Dion on your way down too.
I mean, sharks don't actually. So the thing about shark attacks is shark attacks happen, but they're extremely rare. Typically, they only happen, and I did a lot of reading up on this, but typically they only happen where people wear those black bodysuits because shark mistake humans for seals.
Have you seen the movie 51st Dates?
I love that movie, dude. I've seen that
Oh.
like half a dozen times, dude.
It's 51st Dates with Adam Sandler, and you have got to watch it. That movie
pretty
told
good.
me a lot about sharks. It told me that sharks only attack when you touch their private parts.
Yep.
If you guys are interested in some philosophy, mainly focused on epistemology and God, I posted another link to another document that I wrote.
Achilleas, as our resident Greek, is our philosophy guy.
Yeah, so they haven't been getting much philosophy, as you know.
I mean, I'm American. The extent of my philosophy is the British are coming, the British are coming.
Just to throw it out there. Anyone wants to click a link?
So you're going to have a paper published, Odin. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I still have a lot of work to do. I mean, the one that the Zenodo one that I guess technically, like, it's published, but I want it to be like peer reviewed. But that's not the final version of it. There's still more work to be done. That's just mainly exists to be like, hey, I came up with this novel approach to biology and stuff like that. That's essentially what that is for now.
I have found the explanation for biology. God did it. And it rocked.
Simple. Yep. Simple as that.
Yeah,
but good
but
paper.
then we wouldn't have guys
Let me
like
know when you got
Newton,
that
and
up.
we wouldn't have all this technology we're enjoying.
We've got it up, Rich.
Now you're dead.
I can't.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I love that, but I gotta go watch that movie again, man. That was one of the classics.
It is classic, man. I love that movie. Absolutely.
Oh, Rob Schneider. I think most of the stuff he did was improv on it. It was just pure genius, man.
I think we're going to go ahead and shut down because we've only got 25 minutes till President Dan's show. Let's go around the room and we'll give final thoughts. We will start with Odin because DD's away, and then we'll go to Rich. Odin, final thoughts?
Thank you guys for hosting. Happy fake Sabbath. And yeah, I almost didn't vote for you guys. So, but I think it was a good reason. She was a very pretty lady, very smart.
I
All
appreciate
that
it.
stuff.
I would try to give you her contact info, but I don't think she can leave Canada. So that does you no good because you're a good person. You wouldn't go to Canada.
Okay, I'll
So
leave it
I
at
mean,
that.
what's the story behind that? Are they like not allowed to leave because of a pending investigation or what?
No, so it's a whole big story. You'd have to go follow some of their channel content to catch up. But basically, her dad is some sort of structural engineer, and he exposed some procedures that were inappropriate during the pandemic. And as a result of that, he was held against his will and what they describe as tortured by Canadian authorities for 2 weeks. And they were keeping him sedated against his will. And it was a whole mess, man. Like, just a crazy mess. But great people. You'll probably really enjoy their shows. So I would recommend checking it out.
Yeah, sounds good. Cool.
But we're going around the room right now doing final thoughts. Odin, did you have any other final thoughts? I guess he did not, or he's muted and didn't know. Theories of creation, final thoughts.
Check the chat. Check the chat.
Check
Outside
the chat.
chat.
Oh,
Good
Page
news.
Hey.
sponsor.
Oh, hey, Jamie's coming home. Praise God.
All right, amen.
And as to this comment, Terry, like, okay, I believe in the God who parted the Red Sea, but that's a tall order, okay? Make Canada great again. All right, Dee, final thoughts?
Am I still here? Did I get?
No, you're here, Rich. You can go ahead and give us final thoughts.
Well, I'm just it says page unresponsive. I don't know if I'm getting kicked or what, but
You ain't getting kicked. That's
well,
for sure.
I'd just like to say, I mean, I've really enjoyed spending some time with you guys. You guys have really inspired me to go all in on ministry and stay focused on it. You guys are like the family I never had. I can't wait till one day we're beyond the pearly gates, you know, and we can all just sit down together and just reminisce and just hang out in person.
Amen. Appreciate it, man.
I've said that many times since I found this channel and all the people that this is my new family, not the channel, the people, the body of Christ. And even though I had a normal family, nothing compared to the family in Christ. So it's good. It's great to know you all. And even if we have our disagreements, we don't disagree on the fact that it's Jesus Christ that saved us and transformed us. And we agree in gratitude.
Amen. Diamond Dave, final thoughts?
Yeah, you guys are all right.
We're all right for some white guys.
DD approved.
I know, right? You guys aren't
DD
terrible.
approved channel.
I tolerate your existence.
Come on, Didi. Give us a little bit more than that. Come on.
I know. I just like, you know, I don't know. No real final thoughts. It's just fun as always.
All right. So you guys remember to pray for Diamond Dave every time you see those tarot cards not behind him now in the near future. New background coming soon.
Fallout 4 bobbleheads.
Achilles, was that your final thought, or do you have a final thought?
Let's consider it my final thought.
Okay. My final thought is that I was a liar, a drug addict, a cheater, a fornicator, and there was no one in my personal life I wouldn't have harmed in order to just get my next fix. And I say that to say that if God can decide that he can use me, he can literally use any one of you guys. So don't ever be in a position where you think you've done too much, that God wouldn't want you, or that you're going to let him down. I promise you, if he uses me, he uses Achilles, he uses Batman, he'll use you guys. Just give your life over to him.
Ooh,
And
Brother Steven, I
yeah,
have a question.
sure.
When you were like all bad and nasty and evil and stuff, did Brother Krista douse you in holy water before you walked into church so you didn't catch fire?
No,
Did
this
you
was
just call
actually
her brother, Krista?
Brother. There's a
Oh,
difference.
never mind.
it's a whole inside thing. But yes, he
Oh,
does do
okay.
that. No, this was pre-Krista, but actually, guys, her testimony is even more hardcore than mine. She shared it a few times, but if you know my dear wife today and you knew her testimony, you would completely think she was lying. And that's why we love each other so much. Like, we're just great examples of what God can use.
Amen.
Amen.
Other than that, Achilles, we did have that one really big announcement.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, as of tomorrow, Proverbs Guys is going to be expanding, and we're going to be investing